Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Melanie and I am here today to do a video about my 2022 year's worth of empties. One thing I need to tell you is I had 2 cavities filled on this left side of my mouth before this, so my smile might be lopsided. So if you're wondering like if I look like I had a stroke or something, I did not. I just had dental surgery, so that side of my mouth is numb, so it's a little weird, but I have time where no kids are in the house, so I need to do this video now, and I needed time for it, so we're gonna just do it even though I have some numbness. Maybe it'll be wearing off, and so yeah, I'm gonna try not to smile as much. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pan to show you like everything I have in front of me here with all my empties from the year, and then I am going to go through them, not like super detailed, but just like numbers and stuff, because I think it's kind of fun to analyze what I was able to finish in a year. So let me go to the part where I show you everything visually, and then we'll come back. Okay, so here is the visual of my year's worth of empties, or a little bit of declutters, but mostly empties. I am going to be talking through these, but I just want to give you a general like visual idea. So here is body soaps, just like the wrappers from them, since obviously the soap disappears. 1 shower gel, 1 scrub, 1 hand cream. This is a nipple balm. I use that as like a foot cream. This is a bath product I finished. Here we have like all the baby products or kid products that I use, like the bubble baths, body washes, and body lotions. These are my own body lotions here, or oils that I used. We have face creams here, lip balms here. This is my collection of serums that I used. We have face washes, like face cleansers. This is the whole sunscreen area, and this is basically where I have a bunch of declutters. Deodorant, face masks, eye products, makeup, hair products like shampoo and hair masks, shampoo, conditioner, and hair masks. A few candles. I definitely used a lot more than that, but there's a few. And then this is like perfumes that I finished. And then here's my face mists. So now I will switch back to the other part of the video. All right, so now that you've seen everything, let's start going through the categories. I kind of inventoried them to see my numbers. So what I'm going to do first is sunscreens. Now, this is an area where I had a bunch of declutters because I had a lot of old sunscreen lying around in 2022 that I got rid of. Some of it was like really kind of bad formulas of natural sunscreen that I just couldn't. Oh, sorry. You probably didn't see my cat, but she jumps from like the basement window and it scared me. Sorry, Biddy, you're going to have to move down. Okay. I'm going to be using my arms a lot. So I had to declutter a lot of these. So, all right, I did finish. I'm going to be putting things in a brown paper bag because I get to declutter all these after. So, it looks like I had 14 sunscreens total, but a bunch of them, some of them were decluttered. So these were empty. These are baby Ganix. I wouldn't use that again. Babo Botanical Spray. I remember that the spray was not great, so I remember I wouldn't use that again. I finished this baby Ganix spray, like I said, wouldn't repurchase, and these were mainly used on the kids, but we finished some of the Babo Botanicals, Baby Mineral Sunscreen, and Clear Zinc Sunscreen, Babo. So Babo was really the one that we used a lot in 2022. Sorry, I dropped it out of the bag. And then I had a few, I finished the Cocoa Kind sunscreen. It's obviously cut down, but that was my face sunscreen for some time. And I finished a sample of this Kinship little sunscreen. But then these other ones here were declutters. So these Baby Ganix sticks were a few years old. This Goddess Garden was like awful and expired in 2019. So that's like nearly full. But I decluttered that. I decluttered this Bare Republic. Unfortunately, this was never used, but a few years old. This Badger sunscreen I decluttered. So 14 sunscreens, but maybe like 5 of them or so were decluttering. So I'm sure I won't be using 14 sunscreens in 2023, but I definitely hope to use some because it's so good for your skin. All right, so next I'm going to do baby wash and shampoo. My big company that I'm a big fan of is Pipette. So I really feel like I use more of these in the year. I do feel like I finish one of these every few months, so maybe it is correct, but I have 3 of these Pipette baby shampoo and wash. And I noticed when I was doing my numbers that I did forget some products. Like I must have recycled some along the way. So this is the best, you know, I can do, but there's probably some occasionally missing. But yeah, I use 3 of these for washing the kids. And then for baby, and I use those for their body and their hair. And then I use these little lotions. Like, again, I cut them down, I'll cut open the tube so they look like a little short, but they're usually bigger. Pipette lotion. So I use that, like I usually lotion them up after the bath. And then I had 2 bubble baths from Hello Bello because that's where I get my diapers from at this point. Or I was getting diapers from my daughter. Back then, she's potty trained now, but now I get the diapers still from there for the twins. And my kids don't seem as much into bubble bath as they used to be. I think I still have 2 more. So I'll probably still do bubbles, but they don't seem like they really care whether it's a bubble bath anymore. Well, that'll be one less product I have to buy, so that's fine with me. All right, so next up is shower gel. I only had 1. I'm not a shower gel girl. I am a bar soap girl all the way. I have a lot of bar soaps, and that was just something in my project pan to finish. So I really feel like I went through more bar soaps than I have here. I have, let's see, let me check my numbers here. So it looks like I have 3 full-size soaps. So I have Sunny Ruckus, Sunny Ruckus Hotspot, and then Sunny Ruckus Duck Dive. I really feel like I went through more than 3 bars of soap. I hope so, considering I have like 15 or something in my inventory now. It'll probably take me 5 years if that's the case. But anyways, I went through like some little samples from Osmia, Palo Santo Vetiver Gray, and a Citrus Pearl. So my guess is that I recycled some along the way and forgot to capture them, perhaps. But, you know, still, it's kind of a fun way to, like, analyze these. So it looks like I went through 3 full size and 3 small size. For body scrubs, I'm not a big body exfoliator. I finished one. It was part of my project pan. I do have a Cocoa Kind one going right now. I'm going to try to make myself exfoliate more. And I have a few more in my inventory. So I want to use them at least only for the sake of like using things up and stuff, you know, like continue to use things, especially the Cocoa Kind. It's like coffee scented. It smells good. A lot of times now, like my shower is short because of life circumstances. Like sometimes I just don't have a ton of time. So when I get the chance to really like exfoliate or do something, I should take advantage of it. So mentally noted. And then I have only 1 hand cream that I finished in the year, which seems minimal to me, but maybe is the case. And it was just this Pie Heavy Metal hand cream, and I think I'd repurchase it. I didn't love it enough. I mean, it was, I think, okay, 2.5 ounces, but I don't know. I'm sure I use hand cream a lot more in the colder months and then probably not as much in the summer. Like I only use it right before bed, so it's not like I use it a ton. So hand cream is something I definitely don't need to be purchasing much of because I apparently use very little of it. All right, so we went through body soaps now and soap samples. And so it looks like I only used 1 bath product, or finished one, the Audacity Energy Awakening Evergreen Bath Soak I finished in full. That was nice. I enjoyed that. That was like with a gift with purchase at some point, so I didn't purposely buy it. Okay, so let's talk about face moisturizers. So this is strange to me because, okay, I see that there was at least 2 full ones that I finished that I must have recycled along the way. So it looks like I have 7 altogether that I finished in the year, but some of them are small and one was a declutter. So I don't have the Daphne face cream. I finished that. And then the Live Botanical Ambient Moisture Liquid, I finished that. And then the 2 other, I guess, full size, one of them was this Graydon Face Glow Face Moisturizer. I finished this and I enjoyed that a lot. I actually have one of those now, which was part of a Beauty Heroes gift with purchase, but it's unopened. And then I used the Weleda Skin Food. I think there was more to the package, but I cut it as I went. And this was full size, but it was still like smaller. It was only 1 ounce. This might have actually been the whole size of it, now that I think of it. Sorry. And I actually really loved this face cream. It was wonderful. So there's that. And then I decluttered the Cocoa Kind Resurfacing Sleep Mask. If you follow me at all, you might remember that it had like spoiled. I didn't keep it over its expiration, but it spoiled before I was able to get to that point. And the company sent me a new one. So I decluttered it because it had a weird smell and stuff. So that was not like a full empty. And then we have 2 small ones. This was just a sample my friend gave me. I think it was Josh Rosebrook's, his balm. I forget the name of it, but it was the one that smells like blue tansy. It was very nice. It was just like a little small sample. I could actually probably, I don't need to save it. And then this little Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream, the small one I finished, and I have at least one more of these. So I didn't finish a ton of face moisturizers. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact, although last year I did the Project Pan where I finished things in full. So this is like really something to take note of, because if I only finished 7, including full size and small, in a year, I have a lot of face moisturizers that I need to work through. So it just shows me I really don't need to be buying them because I have more than I can finish, you know, logically in a year. So that's good to know. Now my lip balms, I have, looks like I have 6, but 2 of them are my husband's, okay? So he uses the chapstick sometimes if he can get past me. I try to give him like the quote unquote cleaner ones. So we're gonna say those 2 were his, but really for me, I finished 4. And this one was communal. This was like in the downstairs, this little Cocoa Kind original. They don't make them anymore. This was like downstairs in like the kitchen, so he probably used some of it. And then this Burt's Bees Cucumber Mint, Burt's Bees Honey, and then an Ilia lip wrap. So didn't get through a ton of lip balms in a year. Sorry, I keep dropping things. So I have a lot of lip balms, and I need to know that they last a very long time. So no need to buy any of those either. Okay, body moisturizers. I have 7 here, and some of them are small, but it looks like there was at least 4 more that I like don't have. So I'll show you what I have, then I'll tell you what I don't have. This was one of them, this organic sweet almond oil from Porador. I don't even know how to say that. Anyways, this I had used some of to like make my own lotion, I think like over 4 or 5 years ago. This was very old. And actually, now that I think of this, I might have used this on my son. I'm not sure, but anyways, I finished it. Just to finish it. I had made my own lotion with this at some point, and now I kind of wish I had some of this because one of my twins, the babies, has like cradle cap, and this probably would have been good to use if it was like more new, of course. Anyways, so that was full size. This Free and True Body Profit full size, finished that. I had a belly butter for my pregnancy from Pipette, and I loved it. It was so good for like, if you're pregnant or you know somebody that's pregnant or whatever, you want to get somebody something. This belly butter was so good for like my stomach. I didn't have stretch marks. I don't know if it's attributed to that, but it just made my skin feel really good. It was like really moisturizing, not greasy, absorbed well. It was like really perfect. So I was a big fan of that. Era Organic Stretch Mark Oil. I kind of use this just as like a body oil because I don't know if I even used it during my pregnancy. I might have used it like before it. And then I have 3 little ones. So Osmia Water, Osmia Light. And now that I think of it, there was a 3rd that I finished. I don't know where it is. An Aloe Glow System. So these are just like some little ones. And then I had a small Osea body balm that I got as a gift with purchase. I had the Nopalera Solid Bar that I used, and I had the Couscous Lemon Drop Body Potion, I think it was called. I don't know. I must have just, either there's a bag missing somewhere or like in my basement because that's where I was keeping it, or I recycled them along the way. And then I had at least 1 pumpkin body butter from Rachel's Plan B that I finished. So in reality, I had like about 11 body products. Some were big, some were small. But I went through like a lot of body lotions and stuff, which is good because I have a little bit of a stockpile now after Black Friday. I kind of stocked up because I was super low. So it's good to know that I can like kind of get through those easily since you have so much more surface area with the body, you know, go through them faster. I had a nipple cream, and I used this as a foot cream. And now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure I finished another one in my Project Pan, which is not here. So I think I finished 2 nipple creams on my feet as foot creams because they were like left over from previous pregnancies when I was breastfeeding, and they were older, so I would have never used them like, you know, when I'm breastfeeding like the twins now. I got a new nipple cream. Okay, so let's talk about face moisturizers, face wash. Okay, so it looks like I have 7 both large and small. So let's see here what I have. It's kind of fun to see what you've used over a year. Okay, I had this massive Burt's Bees face cleanser. It was 6 ounces. It was like, my mom had bought it a while ago and then she decided she didn't like it, so she gave it to me. So I finished that, which is great. That was a big one to like move along. I finished the Earthwise Beauty Paloma of the High Desert. That was 3.4 ounces. That was an oil cleanser. I finished Sunny Ruckus Green Flash Oil Cleanser. So that was finished in full. Then I have the little guys. I have a Gentle Cleansing Gel from Live Botanical, which I finished. 3 Ships Purify, small one, aloe and amino acid cleanser. Tata Hopper Softening Cleanser, small one. And then this small Gold Fat and MD Pure Start Gentle Detoxifying Facial Cleanser. So I actually got through a decent amount. I got through 7 face cleansers, some large, some small. So that's good. I have a lot of face washes in my inventory, and you know, a lot of them are like half full. So I think if I were to really like set my mind on finishing a lot of them, like sticking with one and finishing, I could probably generate a lot of empties. But my project pan this year, I'm doing like a usage. So I have like, let's say like 10 open face washes, and I'm using each one 5 times, like in a 2-month period. So I'm like using it 5 times, and then it goes back into the rotation until the next like 2-month period. So I'm not generating tons of empties because I'm using things, but it's better, and I think, than focusing on one product, using it for like 2 or 3 months, but all my other products are sitting there not being used. So at the least, I'm really enjoying this project pan a lot more. It might not be as exciting because it's not generating as many empties, but it's like a lot more fun for me. And all my products are being used, like the open ones, which is good. So, okay, let's talk about serums. It looks like I have just one that I don't have here. So I finished 6 altogether. Let's see, no, 7, I think. Let's see here. I have 7 altogether. 4 full size, 3 small. Okay, I think these, I don't know, they're kind of small. Okay, so let's talk about the full size. The only one I don't have here is the Earthwise Beauty Nap in the Meadow. I think that was a full size, and I'm not sure where that went. But I finished the Couscous D-Drop Humectant Factor in full. I finished the, Ingredients Face Serum in full. I finished one of the Earthwise Beauty's Black Locust Firming Concentrates. And like I said, the 4th large one was the Earthwise Beauty Nap in the Meadow. And then I have these little guys, Organic Riot Serum. That was from like Petit Bois or something. Wild Rose Beauty Serum. I think that was also Gift with Purchase or Petit Bois. And then a little Osmia Balance Face Serum that I think was kind of like a little bonus they threw in at some point. And then I have all these little like biodegradable capsules. So these were all, the pink ones that you can see are the Common Air Vitamin C, which I'm working on finishing. And then I have these little ones, these clear ones, which are from True Botanicals. They're vitamin A capsules or whatever they're called. So I don't count these as anything because I haven't finished these products, but I just had them all in my empties. So I'm just going to dump them right into this bag. So my desk is like half empty now, which is great because everything's just going in one brown paper bag right now. Okay, face masks. I really didn't finish very much. I finished 4, and 3 of them were full size and 1 was small. So, and 1's not here. The Ina mask from Hanua Hawaiian Skincare. I finished that in full. And that was a pretty good size, 43 grams, whatever that is, I don't know. And then the Blissoma Clay Renewal Treatment I finished, and that was full size. The one full size one I don't have here is the Coco Kind Sea Kale Face Mask. I finished that. And then I finished this little Greenhouse Glow Antioxidant Mask from Live Botanical, small. So that was like kind of a decent amount of ones to finish and face masks. But I mean, really looking at these numbers, it shows you how many products you really can get through in a year. And you think you might be able to get through a lot more, but in reality, they last a decent amount of time, you know? So it's a good lesson. All right, eye creams, I finished very little, but there's a few I don't have here. So I had this full-size Cocoa Kind one. It used to be a lot bigger, and that took me ages to get through. So I finished that in my project pan. And I had this little Kypris eye product sample, and I finished that. And then the ones I don't have here, I had an Audacity little one. It was like their something in sarsaparilla or whatever, like eye product. I liked it. I don't have that little guy here. And then One Love Organics, it was like a roller ball, and it lasts forever. And I don't have that. So some things clearly got lost along the way. But that's like 4 eye products, and 2 of them were more like full size and 2 of them were small. Okay, so deodorants, I went through 3 full size and 2 small. I finished a Schmidt's. This is their charcoal and magnesium. Ugh, I hate when I throw things. Oops, sorry. I hate when I throw things and they bounce right out of the bag. Okay. Native blackberry and green tea. Like that a lot. Humble essential lavender. And then I finished 2 of these little routine superstar small deodorants. All right. So that was 5. 3 large, 2 small. I finished 1 hair mask product from Inner Sense, the Detox Hair Mask. Finished that. And then for shampoo and conditioner, I finished very little because I was using the Inner Sense products the entire year of 2022, and I've only started to finish them in 2023 so far, so you'll see those in some empties soon. I finished this Head & Shoulders, which is around for years. I finished that. There was like that much left and I had it forever. So I finished it. I finished the John Masters Organic Shampoo and then a Neutrogena conditioner, like a little small travel one. So I really did not go through a lot of hair products. My hair is shorter right now because I got it cut like about maybe 2 weeks ago. But I tend to have my hair long. It's very thick, but I don't wash it every day. I wash it 2 or 3 times a week, depending on how much I'm exercising. And big shampoo things like Inner Sense, they're like big ones. Those lasted me so long, like almost a year. So I already have shampoo and conditioner, like a little inventory, so I don't need to buy any anytime soon. It lasts me a long time, and my husband doesn't use them as well. So it's just me. And it takes a long time to get through them. So next up is makeup. I used very little. I just don't wear a lot of makeup, but even what I went through was minimal. So 2 mascaras, 2 little ones, 1 Vapor, 1 Ilia. And that's probably because I know you're supposed to do every 3 months, but I did every 6. So I used like 1 for 6 months in 2022 and 1 for 6 months, the other 6 months. I finished this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. This one was in Paloma. This was like a little bit of a darker shade for me for when my skin was a little bit darker, for probably like summer, like spring, summer, fall, just like when my skin was darker from a tan. And I'm using a different one now. I finished this K Voss bronzing potion. I got that from Petit Vour at some point. And then I finished a little K or Weiss small like blush thing in Sun Touched. Very little makeup finished on my end, but very little makeup worn. All right, so next is mists and essences. Okay, so I finished 4 large ones and 1 small. I just don't have one of them here. So the one that I don't have here is I had an Earthwise Beauty Cistus, like a full size, and or maybe it was this little one. No, I think it was that. Anyways, so that's not here. The Wakina Botanica Hydrating Essence I finished in full size. I finished the Ingredients Plant Water Mist full size. This one was around forever. Origins Ginseng Treatment Lotion Mist. Finished that. Then I had a small Cistus and Moonlight Face Mist like sample from Earthwise Beauty that I finished. So I went through about 4 or 5 mists, which is pretty good, I think. All right, I have a few candles. I definitely finished, I would imagine I finished more candles than this, but this is all I had. So I had candles from Earthwise Beauty, from all of them are from Sunny Ruckus. Glory Days, this is when she was doing glass ones. This is Ascent. So I finished those 2. And then I finished more recently Sunny and Farm Stand. And this one she was doing like metal tins. And I think she's doing something different now. She's not producing any right now, but I think in the future she's not using glass or tins. And the more recent ones that she sent me that I tried were in frosted glass, which were very pretty. I only have 2 more categories. One of them is perfume. So Skylar Perfume Discovery Scent had 5 scents, and I have all 5 here. So I finished all 5 of them in 2022. They're like those little ones. So I finished those. And then I finished this Inkling Scent Sultry. And that was like a good size, like with a roller ball. That was from from Petit War. And then this Ellis Brooklyn Super Amber little perfume sample. So not tons of perfume, but a few, you know. And then I have just like little samples here. I didn't really count how many there are, but I just have like this handful of all these little, let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 sample packages done. My desk is empty now, and now I have this whole bag full of my 2022 empties. And what I want to do is bring them to Credo to get Credo points for them. The only problem is they only let you drop off like 12 at a time or something, which is annoying because I have a lot more than 12 here. So, and it's in Boston, and I live 30 to 40 minutes outside of Boston. So I used to go there more frequently because it was near a casino my mom and I would go to overnight sometimes, but I can't really go overnight anywhere right now because of the twins are like 4 months old and I nurse them along with formula. But they are used to me like being there at night. My husband can't deal with like all 4 kids alone for the night yet. So at some point, hopefully I can start bringing these to Credo and get points for them, which would be exciting. I was trying to think. I felt like I was near a different Credo recently, but I wasn't. Okay. And it seemed like one other thing that I finished that I saw on a list that I kept was a Cocoa Kind eye makeup remover. So like I said, some products went missing or got recycled along the way, or they could be in a bag somewhere. You know, my life is a little bit like turned upside down because of having twins 4.5 months ago. So this was a pretty good representation of my empties for 2022. So I hope that you found it interesting, just kind of hear like my numbers and stuff. I'm definitely going to keep this as a reference to kind of have an idea of what I can go through in a year, and hopefully I'll have even more products in 2023. I didn't do like a total number here, but what I'll do is I'll put on the screen here. I'll try to give an estimate, because even including small things, I'll put a number right down here as to how many products this totaled, since I didn't do that yet. Yeah, so leave me some comments below. Let's chat. It was fun. I think I'll probably keep all my empties from 2023 again and make this like a yearly video maybe. And it's just fun to see, even though it takes up some space in my basement, like of keeping my trash. But it's fun for me, so my husband doesn't care. He probably doesn't really know what's in most of the basement anyways. So please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Click the subscribe button to be alerted for when the next one comes out. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. And thank you for enduring my post-dental work video. I appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.